You have found the Titus Podcast Armageddon Update with hosts Christopher Titus, Rachel Bradley, and Ken Highland. And now, here's Christopher Titus with this week's Armageddon Update.
Everybody, Christopher Titus, and guess what? This, every week, is the Armageddon Update. Today, I'd like to talk about stupidity. Currently in America, we have people screaming, USA! USA! Yet they can't spell USA. A chunk of our moronic population have decided that people with an education and intelligence are elite.
I'm Gatsby.
That science is a scam to kill you.
I see everything, Carl.
What? And vaccines not only don't work, but are being used to control you.
Why control you? You work at TJ Maxx.
Yeah, we're stupid as a rock that didn't get its GED. 2 days ago, I saw a video on my hand-brain machine that showed me a 310-mile-an-hour bullet train in Japan. They have toilets that wash your ass.
Hi, Rick. This gentleman would like to see the Japanese toilets. Well, of course, sir.
And a sex doll so advanced it will file for divorce from your ex. America is falling behind, world, because education isn't valued here. The Illuminati convinced you that book learning and getting smart is stupid.
I love the poorly educated.
It ain't worth it. And then they made college so expensive that, well, you have to run a successful business before you can get an education on how to run a successful business. Education, people, is power and a path to wealth, which is why the people with power and wealth don't want you to get educated, because then you'll work for yourself instead of working for the rich people that need dumb workers to keep them rich. Slavery is still legal, it seems. They just got to pay you minimum wage. That's right, people. Minimum. The least they can possibly pay you. Face it, they need slaves. Also, they need to keep you unhealthy. Because if you're smart, healthy, and happy, you won't kill yourself delivering Amazon boxes for Bozo. Between the 1,200 worldwide banned additives that are still in our food here in America, and none of which give you superpowers. You know, if you're going to poison me, for God's sakes, give me x-ray vision. To the world's worst healthcare system that will leave you dead and broke, to the anti-science,
I don't think science knows, actually,
anti-vax, pro-horse dewormer, smooth brains who believe this dried-out piece of maggot-infested beef jerky. This is RFK Jr., by the way. The man is equal parts brainworm, rotting Slim Jim, and heroin residue. The man in charge of America's health is anti-science.
The only vaccine that has been tested in a full-blown placebo trial against an inert placebo was the COVID vaccine.
For the record, that's not true. Rotavirus, measles, and HPV vaccines have been, and some vaccines are tested against previous versions.
Anti-vax.
Are you recommending the measles vaccine or not?
What I've said and what I said...
It doesn't sound like you are.
An anti-moisturizer. A man whose policies will kill thousands of Americans, just like the guy that appointed him. Robert Kennedy Jr. is a 14-year heroin addict who had a brainworm. What? And says that vaccines cause autism.
I don't think there's any scientific question that vaccines cause autism.
If science is so overwhelming on the link between vaccines and autism...
They don't. Putting RFK in charge of America's healthcare makes as much sense as putting Don Jr. in charge of the DEA. And even though it's been proven over and over and over by science and study after study that vaccines do not cause autism, there aren't any qualified studies or any science that says vaccines do cause autism. And some people that still claim it are vaccinated, and they aren't autistic. However, on Wednesday, Florida, because it's fucking always Florida, announced that is stopping all mandatory vaccines for kids. At a press conference on September 3rd, Florida Surgeon General Joseph Ladapo announced plans to end all state vaccine mandates. Yeah, the move would make Florida the first state to eliminate all vaccination requirements. Yeah, he also said that making people take vaccines was akin to slavery. You're not paying them so little they can't live. That's fine. He said giving people life-saving vaccines is slavery.
Every last one of them is wrong and drips with disdain and slavery.
Honestly, that does sound a little autistic. So, to all you parents in Florida, you need to throw a welcome back party for measles, polio, and chickenpox. Come on in! Rubella, tetanus, and flu. Take a seat, bitches. Hepatitis B and A. Pick a kid to kill. Step on up, whooping cough, rotavirus, and the mumps. Good to see you again, diphtheria. Come on in! And wipe out some children whose parents are uneducated, moronic dipshits. To be clear, vaccines have worked so well for so long, and so many diseases were stopped and made almost non-existent because of vaccines that dumbasses think we don't need vaccines. Do you see why we need some education? Hope you dumb shits enjoy the ICU, where the American healthcare system will take your house. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. I can't even, I'm a genius. I hear myself talk, and I go, that's pretty brilliant. And then I realize, we're all going to die. Some asshole in Florida didn't get his kid vaccinated, which spread the disease to 500 kids. Next thing you know, we're in a pandemic again, and we're all fucking zombies, just like Florida. God damn it! 日も出るアプリコ、日も出るするならおーっとアプリコ音。Hi everybody, Christopher Titus Podcast. Welcome to What Fresh Hell. I'm Christopher Titus. With me as always, lovely bombshell Ray.
What's up, people?
And the Highlander.
There could be only one.
I am not sure. I was thinking today about how we, because we said the Armageddon Update, how we basically just everything we do is just ripped off the Daily Show. And then I thought, no, Saturday Night Live did it in the 70s.
Yeah.
It's such a trope.
I don't know why you always say that.
I always, because
you say it like we actually watch that. I'm like, what? I don't even.
No, I just feel.
Right.
I'm a comic, so you always want to be original, but I think our content's really original.
So
but the format
that
itself.
We do news and are funny about it.
Yeah. I know. I'll let it go. I'm letting it go now.
The
I just want to let it go.
format isn't the same.
Yeah, we do meta, fourth wall breaking stuff. We do cutaways.
Yeah,
we do
I get
full
it.
on.
I get it. I just had to.
How dare
this
you?
Is more a conversation about what's inside of Christopher Titus.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
And what happened to him when he was a tiny tot.
Not just when I was a tiny child. From the time I was a tiny
tot.
Up until I met you, frankly. That's how far this has been.
Well, no, the hits keep coming. The shits keep coming. That's mostly my family now.
We today have found out. I'm always shocked at how stupid we continue to be, and I touched on it in the Armageddon Update. So in Florida today, you should bring this up. They have banned, basically said that there is no more mandatory vaccines for children, which means, and here's the problem with all of that. Okay, fine, whatever. Vaccines can microchip. They're going to put a microchip in me, man. They're trying to control me. It's going to give me a disease. It's going to kill me. Well, the only people I know who died are the people that didn't get vaccinated from COVID.
And plus, don't we have like 60, 70 years of vaccines?
And proof, yes. Yes,
we had a pretty
diseases
large data set.
He's also fighting SSRIs, that guy, whatever his name is. A lot of rulings are coming down this week against Trump and
well, let's go to the
executive orders.
Let's do the vaccine stuff and then just cover all the rest of it as we go, step by step. So this guy said that he compared it to slavery. The Surgeon General of Florida.
Was awesome.
That makes no sense. I don't understand.
And as I point in the Armageddon Update, so we keep the minimum wage at $7 an hour, which is basically slavery.
Yeah.
And the Republicans will never vote to raise it. It's still the same as it was 22 years ago. But giving people a life-saving vaccine when we have data, like thousands of pages of data, decades and decades of data that prove that vaccines work. And do you know what here the problem is? Vaccines are so effective.
Yep.
Vaccines are so effective that we don't have diseases no more. We don't need vaccines.
Right. That's the
you
thing.
Fucking morons. Yeah. We don't have disease anymore because you have fucking vaccines.
I do find that Darwinism is real. And the thing that bothers me about it, though, is that children can't make those decisions.
Right.
So with the people that are being naturally selected from the human race, they're also taking innocent people.
And how exactly is it like slavery? What? I don't what is the connection here?
You remember when they lined up all the slaves?
It's a black man. Did he mention that?
Yeah. It's a black guy.
So Dr. Joseph Ladapo, who is the Florida Surgeon General, is an African-American man. And he did say that the requirement was, he said, the direct quote is, every vaccine mandate is wrong and drips with disdain and slavery.
Drips with disdain? How do vaccines drip with disdain?
I do feel like that's quite a jump, though, from disdain to slavery.
Yeah, exactly.
We skipped some levels.
Fruit smoothies are akin to the guillotine.
That's one of your most quoted lines from a special in our home about people. Wow, we've skipped some levels.
Yeah.
I had a phone conversation with a family member last week, and I kept thinking, we've skipped some levels.
Wow, we didn't build to this at all.
Yeah, there was just there was disdain and then slavery.
Exactly.
Now we're keeping that.
Smoothie, guillotine. It's like, what? How far? What the fuck?
Vitamins are akin to the gas chamber.
All 50 states have had immunization requirements since the beginning of the 80s, which doesn't sound that long ago to some of us, but that was 45 years ago. So that's a long time. Incoming kindergartners, of course, have to have shots to protect against measles, polio, tetanus.
Guess what I never got? Any of that. 0 states require a COVID-19 vaccine. So if that's what they're wound up about, that's not happening. Oh. I had to have them. I lived on it's like a flu shot.
I was born on a Marine base, and we moved off. Oh yeah. Yeah. You had to have a vaccine to walk into class every day.
It's actually loaded in an automatic weapon. They just put it on your shoulder and go.
That's what my dad said happened to him when he was a Marine. My dad's fine. My dad's 82. He's my dad is still like working. A cockroach, and I'll probably regret that when he does pass away. But so far, it's a compliment.
You can't kill him.
He's a badass. My dad was vaccinated for everything. He said in the Marine Corps, they vaccinated them for like 30 things at once. Yeah. One of them was a lot of guys and girls that have been in the military, you'll know what this is, but it puts a ball in your butt cheek and you're kind of sitting on something for a while until it dissipates. I don't know what that was. But he also went to Vietnam. So then think of those immunizations.
So they gave him basically a vaccine smoothie. Basically, it had everything in it.
So my dad he's had melanoma that spread to his lungs. He had a lobe of his lung removed. They started immunotherapy like 5 years ago, right? He's 82. Yep. He has a failed back surgery, so he's bent over like a question mark. You always say. He has Parkinson's, which he didn't notice, and my stepmom didn't notice until I was visiting. Remember? And I was like,
It's kind of low in the totem pole when you're a question mark.
There's a couple things going on here. And he was just like, oh, my hand just shakes. And I was like, and then in the evening, he would get confused. And so I made him an appointment with a not a neurosurgeon, I just lost
specialist,
whatever, with the brain guy.
Yeah, and, some guy that deals with the stuff that makes you shake.
Neurologist. And my dad went, and the guy was like, "Oh yeah, you've got Parkinson's." So they put him on medication for that. He's had sepsis 3 or 4 times and ended up in the hospital for that over the last 2 years.
And never cut anything off. That's how badass he is.
Had a reaction in May, ended up in the ER for a week, and then went to outpatient rehab when I was there. That was to a medication, and from being in the sun and lifting bales of horse shavings. And dude fell off the back of his truck, unloading 50-pound bags of horse shavings. Point being, he had all those shots.
And 82 and still going.
He went and I took him when I was there during COVID, and he got 2 or 3 COVID shots. He's fine.
But that's what I'm saying is that like we have in RFK, this fucking moron. God, he's a stupid guy.
Yep.
Anyone who is, by the way, addicted to heroin for 14 years, also who killed a bear and then dropped it off in
Central Park.
In Central Park, right? He has said the dumbest shit I've ever seen, and he obviously doesn't use any moisturizer whatsoever.
You look dewy today.
Well, I got this new stuff for my wife. Yeah,
it looks good.
All right, I thought I looked greasy. I look like I bathed in a pizza.
No, you don't.
Working on the car.
No, I just gave you a little zhuzh.
Just did the oil change under it. I just tried to.
He's very good though. He's like one of the Yorkies. He's leaving, and I was like, "Did you moisturize?" And he just leaned back in and went.
Yeah. So we got this moron who's basically saying, he said vaccines cause autism, and so I want to be very clear, people. I looked this up. We've researched it. There has never ever been anything proven that vaccines cause autism. And as a matter of fact, in the 80s, early 90s, there was a paper then that said there was 12 kids out of how many thousands that supposedly had an autistic reaction to the vaccine. So they did research, they investigated. Guess what it found out? Found out that has nothing to do with the vaccine. Also, it was just a normal amount of kids that would get autism. Also, right about the time kids get vaccines is when autism shows up.
When I first moved out here, you were one of those people.
I was for a minute, and then I did research on it. And then, the only thing I thought was, and I don't know if I still think this.
Jenny McCarthy is hot, and she said so.
Yeah,
which
that does
valid.
pull. Yeah,
she's really
we will.
The only thing I thought was, it seems odd to pump. I wouldn't let them do it when they were brand new infants. I waited till they were 5. And then I was like, now you can give them.
I agree with that.
Because I thought let their immune system get to some level of because have to deal with what you're putting into them because they're brand new. They haven't had any exposure to anything in the world. And so I waited till they had a couple they had to have when they were little, but they wanted to do like 16 at one time. And I'm like, seems a bit medieval to jab a baby.
I do that with them even. I have them split up. Like the rabies is such a serious shot and they're such little guys, but I do split that up. I had a Yorkie one time. I did them all and he had a really bad reaction to it. So,
well, I mean, if you're putting, especially some of the vaccines have live virus or whatever, so or it's weakened, so it gets your immune system. I will say this: when I got the COVID shot, I got sick for a day and a half.
I got the flu and the COVID shot at the same time.
Oh, I remember this.
And I was like, oof. And then the next day, I was like, that's a mistake. So the next time I just did one at a time.
The first one was we were both. I remember all of a sudden the room was spinning. Remember, I got very dizzy. And
when you got the shot,
we were after when we were at home, the next night or that night. And but the worst was the arm pain. Oh my God, that was crazy. The first shot.
Well, here's the thing. I have had COVID twice. It has been mild. It's been 24 hours. Sweat through my shirt the first time.
What was the second time?
Oh wait, no, I had
no. You look like you're having it now.
No, wait. No, that's not true. I actually had it once, but the vaccine was the other reaction to it. So my first reaction.
I know of you didn't.
And here's the thing with it. We know for decades and decades that science and vaccines work. And Katie Tour said something that pissed me off. Yeah. She goes, people are saying all these rules and stuff, but if you look back at it, the pediatric center said that kids shouldn't touch peanuts till they're 2, which caused kids to have peanuts.
Oh,
peanuts. Now I'm not talking about the Epstein files.
I was like, what?
Don't touch peanuts until they're after 2 because they'll get a peanut allergy, which caused kids peanut allergies, they're saying, because they didn't have any exposure. So then when it showed up.
I touched peanuts constantly before I was 2.
Penis?
I wish nobody touched my peanuts.
See, when you say it quickly,
it's weird. It's very weird. So
So here's the thing is that, and the important thing is that there have always been medical exemptions in all states from vaccine mandates. Right. Most allow for exemptions due to personal or religious beliefs. So at any time, a parent could say personally or religiously, I don't.
So it's not even a rule, is what you're saying. They didn't really make a new rule.
Yeah. Really. So in practice, it's not mandatory.
Well,
if you ask for it.
But by stopping the mandate, that means that nobody's motivated to go get it done. It's you're keeping smart people safer.
So can we go down the road of what this is going to cause? All right, let's go down the road. So let's say, so all these kids don't get diphtheria, they don't get mumps, they don't get measles. Well, so some kid gets measles. Well, that kid goes to school, spreads it to 15 other kids. Yep. Then now we have a measles outbreak, which we have right now. We have the most measles cases in like 30 years right now in the country because this asshole, RFK Jr., I'm going to name him. So then you get that. So you get mumps, measles, diphtheria, hepatitis A and B. All these things that we've pretty much got to the point where they're almost gone are now going to come roaring back. And I love that it's going to be like Florida. Florida definitely is going to be the hot zone center for all of it, for the end of humanity. It just has to be. But it's going to be. Yeah. I've been there a lot.
The funny thing is, we're talking about, so we've got all this data of vaccines working, right? For so many years. And then we forgot. But fucking 2 years ago, the reason the pandemic stopped is because we had enough people to create a herd immunity that people got it. So then we can go, okay, the people that got it are protecting the idiots that didn't get it. So we're good. It's over.
Mm-hmm.
That's
so
herd immunity.
2 years, we've proven that not only do vaccines work, but we actually have a practical worldwide proof of it. And yet these dumb motherfuckers are like RFK. Didn't you see that? Like, we just did this. We just did this. We were lined up in parking garages getting vaccinated, and then it went away. In 2 years, it was away because we all had enough herd immunity.
And nobody has fucking 5G in their fucking brain from the fucking
nobody, man. No.
What's that sound?
What? Oh,
5G.
I'm so.
Sounds like it was a modem.
Is there a squeak? I am not a doctor, but I do know that
here it comes.
Just that we learn from history, right? And so this is the issue with everything going on with this administration right now, is that progressive is not a bad word. It means we're making progress instead of regressing. And we are woke. That means we're just aware versus being asleep. Right. And where nothing's getting in. And so.
And by the way, elites means you're better and more and know more than everybody else.
Typically, we would have mandates in place because bad things happen. And we learned from that, and we all went into a science lab. I know that's another trigger word, science.
Did research for years.
Yes. And then found something that then got cleared by the FDA so that we could protect everyone.
And it was also tested for years too, proven over and over and over and over. Right.
I could see where seatbelts would be akin to slavery because it's constricting.
It does hold you down.
It's like a noose.
Did you know that they fought that? She said that. Did you know they fought that? Did you know it was like, I want to get thrown clear. I remember being a kid, people going, I want to get thrown clear. You want to get thrown clear?
There are the funniest videos of people, like the news would go to the highway after the law came in and like hold a giant microphone up to people as they were going through an intersection, and people were furious.
Also, the no drinking in the car laws.
Oh yeah,
there's video of that too. It wasn't when you think that's got to be from the Middle Ages. You couldn't drink when you ran an ox cart, right? Nope. Like in the 50s and 60s,
we lived it.
I can't have my beer anymore. You know, you get off work, you want to drive home, you have a beer before you get to the wife and the kids, and people were like arguing for drinking and driving.
I never heard that argument. I would argue that was nurture versus nature.
True that.
Papa Titus was probably very loud in the home for a couple months.
Gonna have to transfer this to a Pepsi can.
I was gonna say, and he still did it.
Although nurture, there was a hole in the floor of the car, but when the beer cans filled it,
you
were a little protected. It was allowed when you get picked up from school. It was very clinking and aluminum sounding.
Oh man, you could watch the road under the ground. Wow.
I think was it my sister's car? Somebody gave my sister a car when she was in college, and she would come home and watch my brother and me. And it was, you would know what it was, but it was a tank. This thing would like do this when you rode in it, and it was like this mustardy gold mixture
Ford,
color.
like Granada or Galaxy or something.
Automatic rust.
Yes, and the floor had rusted out, so where Josh and I could sit on the front seat with her and then have tons more room for anyone. I would say friends, but we didn't invite any friends. And when she would drop us off at school, we would always, like, as she was pulling in, sink way down below the door so people couldn't see us. And she would yell, Josh and Rachel are in here. And then that car at one point only went in reverse. So that was harder to get to school. But it had the Flintstones.
Yep, same.
Wow.
Holy shit.
This episode brought to you by AG1.
AG1.
Speaking of Flintstones vitamins, you just said today.
Oh, actually, I've taken it back. I took it before I went to bed last night. I had AG1.
Was it today or last night that you came up and did your own AG1 ad? I gotta tell you, I'm really. What did you say? I'm really addicted to AG1 or the way I feel, and I was like, we actually do this in our home.
She's like, I'm already on the team. You don't need to give me. You don't need to sell it to me.
The pitch.
Why? Why did you say that? AG1, it's a powder that you can get. It's kind of green in color. It tastes amazing, especially if you used to have old green powders. Over 75 whole food source superfoods, vitamins, minerals, prebiotics, probiotics. Okay. Why?
Adaptogens. I like it because it is I don't like taking, first of all, when I take a multivitamin and my pee turns whatever color that is, it's nuclear pee. And when I do AG1, I just within, I don't know, 25, 30 minutes, I feel calmer, better. I feel centered. That coffee feeling when that goes away. Also, the guy that invented it, if you guys don't know this, we've said it over and over. He did it because he was having gut issues. He didn't go, I'm going to do a product to sell to these people that work out. Yeah. He's like, I don't feel good. I need to fix this. And they keep making it better and better. And I have to say, it is my go-to health supplement, AG1.
It is. It makes me feel different. It makes me feel clearer. It gives me more energy, but it's like a natural, sustained energy. Like, oh, you know what? I suddenly don't feel like I need a nap. Maybe I'll go do my workout kind of energy. Yep. So it's not like a spike and a crash like you have with coffee. And they now have new flavors. The original flavor, I think, is awesome. We still love that one.
I don't think they need a flavor. I'm like, oh, I like the original.
But I want to try them because the old one's so good. These are probably pretty incredible too. So if you head right now to drinkag1.com/Titus, you can go and read about what's in this powder that you could never get all of this stuff from your food in one day. And it fills in those nutrition gaps.
The vitamins you'd have to take to get everything AG1 would be crazy.
Yeah. So if you do that right now, drinkag1.com/Titus, you will get that free welcome kit that's worth $76, which is no joke when you subscribe. That comes with 5 AG1 travel packs, a shaker, a canister, the metal green canister, the metal scoop, and you get your AG1 and you get a free bottle of AG vitamin D3 plus K2. That's drinkag1.com/Titus. Give the new flavors a try and get that free welcome kit.
You would need your own lab, really,
Seriously.
to get everything. If you wanted to try to make your own,
they keep reformulating it too.
I like a little green canister,
and they've got new products. I
talk about AG1 like it's a thing. I talk about AG1 not like we're telling an ad, but like, no, this is the thing we do. People go, what do you guys do for health? Oh, this is what we do.
And that's it. Like,
yeah.
The whole cabinet is cleaned out, and it's just this one AG1 that we keep in the fridge now because he actually read it. We had it in the pantry forever.
Yeah.
And
keep refrigerator once it's open. So we did that.
We were like, whoops. So here, let me tell you what else is going on today.
What else is going on?
I'm Rachel Bradley. Now, what else is going on? There are a lot of rulings happening. So we know that, federal judge just said that Trump administration went too far, freezing that $2.2 billion for Harvard. We know that the federal judge said that having the military on the streets was...
He basically said, he went back to 1890, whenever that law was passed, and said, you can't do this legally, which everybody said, including us, from day one. You can't, it's literally illegal to have military troops on the street of America up against American citizens unless there's an insurgency or a war. So he's claiming some fake shit. He said today, he claimed, remember the troops were in LA? We were in North Hollywood. We didn't see troops in LA. There was no breakout. Yep. People just stood there with very well-written signs.
Yep.
In
one corner.
I had a cousin say, be honest, what's going on there? And I was like,
nothing.
I don't know. What is? You tell.
Cruising in the convertible, looking at palm trees. Like, I don't know.
Near the troops, there's some people doing some line dancing.
That's in West Hollywood.
Some people did the wobble, while the troops are standing there with their weapons, which was hilarious, and that's why they had to leave.
So last week, federal appeals court also found that his tariffs are illegal. It exceeds presidential authority. It's going to go to the Supreme Court. All of this stuff is going to the Supreme Court.
Where he knows he's going to win.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Do you realize if the Supreme Court changes that, that's a precedent from now on, which we might as well not have Congress? If the Supreme Court, if his placed bullshit, fucking corrupt Supreme Court says, okay, the president has the right to put troops in the street and he has the right to actually impose tariffs whenever he wants, we can just send Congress home. It's over.
This fucking system. He's just like, do shit so it's illegal. Do it until somebody has to fight back at it. Even though he should have a team that goes, that's illegal, sir.
That's what he's doing, though. Like he said today, Pritzker's been great. I want to say Pritzker has been great about calling him out for the shit he's about to pull in Chicago.
I like him.
There is no, here's the problem. Crime is down 30% in Chicago. Crime is down 30% in DC. You know, since the last 3 years, crime has dropped ridiculously.
So much so, they're picking up trash.
So much so that the soldiers that he sent in to, quote, defend the city are now, as I said in one of my, I think I said it last week, like, so these soldiers that quit, that became soldiers because they didn't want to pick up trash in the parking lot at McDonald's are now picking up trash
in a full uniform
in the Capitol. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
So Pritzker, you were going to say about him.
So Pritzker's saying basically he's full of shit. There's no reason to come to Chicago. He's going to stand against it. But if you look what's going on, someone just sent me video of trains pulling into DC with tanks on them, tanks on trains. And I thought, oh shit. What he's doing is this. But we have to defend the capital city because the only way to get rid of him is to go to the capital city, right?
Yeah.
If like there's a protest. So tanks are going to the capital city. So he's putting troops around him to protect him. So then he's going to have troops in LA. He says he's going to send them back. He's going to have troops in Chicago, all these big, large democratic cities. He's going to have soldiers in. So what happens is when those cities, and look at who's going to fight him the most, who's going to fight him? The Democrats, right? So those cities, those progressive cities are going to break off and go nuts. He's already having troops placed there to fight back instantly. He won't have to mobilize. They're already there. Yeah. Now, who's not going to fight him? Louisiana, Tennessee, all the Republican cities. So why send troops there?
The places with the highest crime?
Yeah, the place with the highest crime, period.
Oh, okay.
The most murders per capita, Louisiana, Alabama, Arkansas, Mississippi, Missouri. All those towns where crime is like in one of the towns, the murder rate's 194% higher than Los Angeles. So what he's doing is he's setting up to stop any left-wing or any progressive Democratic pushback. And he's surrounding himself in DC with troops and tanks. If you guys think that this is normal in any way or aren't, listen, we're all responsible for saving this country, all of us. And if you're not doing anything, whether it's a podcast, speaking out, protesting, whatever, if you're just waiting for it to go away, it ain't. No one's coming to save us. There's no Avengers. Tony Stark isn't real. It's not coming.
This is the saddest thing you keep saying.
Because
I guess we always think that
martial law. I said it. I said he's going to.
I'm counting on Gavin.
He's going to try to. He's going to try to take over the. He's going to take over the country. Then what happened? January 6th. I said it for 3 years.
Oh, they're talking about now doing reparations for people.
Oh yeah, not for. The slaves are going to get reparations. Trump's going to give the slaves reparations.
No. Slavery wasn't real.
What? It's a hoax?
Yeah,
that's like a vaccine.
That's a hoax.
Oh, yeah.
You're just trying to make me feel bad for being white.
Oh, my God.
It's January 6th. The victims of January 6th.
The victims of January 6th.
Who pled guilty and or were convicted by a
video of them
jury
beating the shit out of cops.
Judge. Correct.
He's going to give them reparations?
That is
some of them
in the works.
Decided to stay in jail because they knew that
there was a couple that did say, I'm not leaving. Why? Because I did it. They interviewed somebody on CNN or somebody, and they said, "No, I did it. I did it. I can't. I'm not gonna." That one lady said, "I'm not taking it. I'm not taking the pardon."
Ashley Babbitt is apparently getting a full military.
What's that statue going to look like? It's just this lady coming through a window with crazy eyes. What?
In a QAnon shirt.
Oh.
There was also a defeat late yesterday, divided panel of judges in the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit over the Alien Enemies Act. He invoked that so that he could deport alleged Venezuelan gang members. The panel majority granted a preliminary injunction against Trump's use of the law for deportations.
So I'm seeing every day that there are no Venezuelan gang members. They took a mother and her daughter who've been here for 13 years.
The honor student?
Yes.
Here? Yeah.
And sent her to...
She doesn't speak Spanish.
Guatemala.
Yeah.
She's Los Feliz. She lives in Los Feliz. Yes. So they just took her out of the country.
Which is the hipster area.
They've got The judge said they were taking children, like 120 children. Look this up. And they were getting them on a plane to just send them to another country. These aren't gang members. You're full of shit. The level of full of shit this guy is beyond off the scale. It's off the charts in any way we've ever seen. And to keep saying, I'm getting rid of crime, we're getting rid of crime, you're not getting rid of crime. Why are they picking up garbage if you're getting rid of crime?
And the fact that cult, that they're not seeing it when other countries do this, it's on the news, we can see it, it's obvious, but they are so fucking brain fucking washed.
But like the psycho divorced parent, he's convinced them over the years that what they're seeing isn't real.
But here's the thing. This is what I don't get, because it's so obvious. You don't have to know anything that came before or that. Just listen to him for 2 minutes. Yesterday, he did a press conference and in the Oval Office, and he said that the crime was terrible in Los Angeles, but he fixed it. He cleaned it up. The sheriff thanked him. Then he goes, and here in DC, 5-star, very nice restaurants are building and planning on opening because of what we did. It only took 12 days. That's what he said. The military occupation at that point was 12 days. That's it.
Wolfgang Puck is like, you know what? I will say this. It's been 12 days, time to open another pizza place. When California Pizza Kitchen is going, why? Because there's troops and they're picking up garbage.
When it's the opposite.
What?
They're actually like worried that there's, troops in the street. Like that's not.
We've never, years ago we traveled to South Africa. Now I forget where we flew through. Paris. We put our suitcases in lockers and got on the train. Where did we go?
And went to Champs-Élysées because
we had a couple of 8 hours off.
Who told me that's where we should go?
Michael Jackson's brother, Jermaine Jackson.
Jackson. I said, where should we go?
That's a weird story. That's a weird story.
So we went to South Africa.
Where was it we changed planes where there was people with guns and it freaked me out? There was soldiers with guns in the airport and I was like, oh shit, I'm not used to seeing that.
South Africa.
Was it South Africa? Right.
And you also were kind of blown away by, there were just normal people who would look you in the eye like this as you walked by and they were there.
Profilers.
Profiling, yeah. To make sure.
Didn't we get stopped by one of them? They go, what are you doing?
They asked where we were going.
So as you walked into the airport,
very nice.
Yeah, very nice people. They were just stood there. They stood there facing you, like the crowd of people walking, and they would do this. And they would do, and we're like, "What's going on?" And
one guy,
excuse me, can I speak to you? Yeah, what are you doing? A comedian? You're what? Comedian? I explain. Oh, really? Okay.
Where are you going?
Where are you going? Why are you going? I obviously didn't look like I belonged in South Africa.
How long are you staying?
What's
we're
going
like,
on?
Hey, they had the Titus show here. They recognize me.
You actually do look like you belong in South Africa. I don't know
South Africa.
Yeah. Specifically.
So
a lot of you.
But we can't do that here because it's against people's rights, except this president's taking away everybody's rights. He's taking away your right to free speech. He's taking you. By the way, that's what they're saying, that this troops on the street thing is like it violates like 6 of the parts of the Constitution. And what I'm concerned about, and I don't know this, everybody in the military was taught that we live in a country of freedom and that you don't go against the American people. You took your oath to the Constitution. What will these people do when the shit hits the fan? Do you think the soldiers will go side with him?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's already a difficult question for law enforcement as well, federal specifically, that you are trained to follow orders in the military, but you're also trained to uphold the Constitution. I think you're talking about a lot of younger people that are enlisted that maybe aren't deep thinkers yet. And you would have to expect that your command is giving you orders that do fall within the constitutional guidelines. So it's going to take some leaps in thinking for some of those younger people to realize. And I do think there'll be a point where it's just undeniable.
How dumb is everybody who voted for this man after what he did? He said they were holding up signs that said mass deportations.
Yep.
And these people have the balls to go, oh, I didn't think he was going to do this. motherfucker. He went to Instaprint and had fucking signs made.
Yeah.
I mean, look at
what
federal,
are you talking about?
federal law enforcement. You've got men and women that have been in that are headed towards their pension, that are headed towards their retirement. They need so many years in order to get their full benefits. And so what do? Right now, all of a sudden they were investigators and suddenly they're play acting as ICE. They don't know what they're doing, but it's what they've been commanded to go do. And so they just say, F you and leave. They're not going to win in this court system. Ultimately, they're going to lose their pension, their health care. Some of those people have kids with special needs. I'm speaking very specifically right now.
But I agree with this, and I agree. So what do? Just suck it up? So you suck it up for your pension? Well, but
I don't know.
But you lose. But both sides, you lose everything. If you were part of it, listen, the people that were the support of the Nazis lost everything too.
Totally.
So. And he just go through. Rachel Maddow did the thing, man, where she listed everybody, the head of this government agency, the head of this military agency. They went through, vetted anybody who would be trouble if this shit breaks off, and fucking fired them.
Yeah,
I'm just having compassion in that way that he is not just screwing us over, the Democrats. Everyone is being victimized in the name of him launching his new crypto on Monday, and he and his sons hit paper $5 billion on Monday.
The crypto coin on Monday.
A fake meme
$5 billion
coin launched. It's MLIF. I gotta look
MILF. It's actually MILF.
I know. I said MLIF.
Hello.
I don't know how you both spell MILF. MLIF.
That's enough. That's all we need.
But you both reversed it. It's not. It's got an F and an I and a W and an L.
Let's don't give it out. So what people don't get from this guy, and I've got, and I don't know why they keep forgetting it.
WLFI.
Anybody and everybody who has backed this guy full out, like gone in, Elon Musk, Giuliani, let's go down the list. The QAnon guy, everybody, Bannon, his own fucking fixer. Everybody who has decided to like not do exactly what he said when they wanted has gotten fucked over and thrown under the bus every single time. You think Pam Bondi is not going to get thrown under the bus? Did you see the video?
Oh, everybody's screwed.
Of that North Korean type meeting at the White House where they just talked about your big beautiful face is on a banner, sir. First of all, the lie of your big beautiful face.
Well, big.
Exactly.
Big.
Yeah, big.
How cringeworthy is it to watch them suck up to him?
It's gross.
In those, it's the whole purpose of the cabinet meeting is for them to just bow down to him. It's so
it's cringy.
We should do a graphic of White House knee
guys,
pads with the seal
that
on them.
in. Take this in. I don't mean that they reached $5 billion in wealth. I mean
just that aside.
A new cryptocurrency was issued on Monday by the Trump family while he's president that started trading on Monday. On Monday, made roughly $5 billion.
Now, can I tell you what I think this is?
It went down today, though.
Yeah. Okay, but nobody, because people sold.
Today they're shorting.
What's the best way to give money to this guy? So let's say you've got Putin, let's say you've got Saudi, let's say you've got all these countries that want our little favors, want little help. So Trump launches a meme coin, right? Whatever. It's crypto. Well, Saudi goes, all right. So he's made a deal on the side, guys. I need you guys to put $2 billion in. I need you to put $1 billion in. It's not Americans because we fucking groceries. It's not Americans.
Nobody has it. Yeah.
It's what bothers me is doesn't the FCC, not FCC, FEC, who handles what's the name of that?
They've been Doge probably fired them.
Don't they know? Oh, right. He fucking handles that situation.
They all got shut down.
And he can't sell yet, though.
So if you've got nobody watching this, and you've got no one at the financial, holy shit,
it's all been undone.
SEC? Are you thinking Securities
Exchange Commission? Yeah, don't they have? Yeah, the SEC. That's what I was thinking. Doesn't the SEC have people that are supposed to watch this? Because let's say a bunch of Russian oligarchs bought $2 billion worth, right? Let's say the Saudis bought $1 billion worth. Then you got these other countries that Turkey buys
Right.
500 million. Well, all that is bribing the president.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct.
And so if the SEC isn't checking it out and he fired people from the SEC, that means there's nobody watching
But
it.
that's what I mean. That
Fuck.
alone, you don't need to know anything that came before or after.
5 billion.
Politics, history. You don't need if I just said to you, this guy is president, and on Monday he did this, and he also sold a meme coin and to the highest bidder,
And his
came to the
wife.
White House, whatever, then wouldn't you, party or not, say that
As a
you can't-
criminal,
you
wow,
can't do that?
That's corrupt.
We
Yes.
need to impeach him. He needs to
Yes.
go.
But
We
they
need the
don't
25th
care.
Amendment.
This episode brought to you by True Classic.
Very nice.
Are you wearing it?
t-shirts.
Looks
Thank
like it.
you. Yeah.
Oh.
Fits better.
Why'd you start
but,
flexing all of a sudden?
I don't
That's
because in a True Classic you can see
or
it.
do you just look like
because it's not
or
one
do
of
you
those.
just look like you're flexing because
Yeah.
it's True Classic?
Thank you. True Classic and Fit Body.
It's not just about fit or fabric with True Classic. It's about helping guys show up with confidence and purpose.
I noticed two things. Notice someone that stays, they hold their shape, they don't get stretched out, they last really long. Three
Mhm.
things, and the color stays.
Fit where they should.
Mm-hmm.
A little more fitted on the guns.
Yep.
A little more room in the tummy area. So
When I put on one of these shirts, I feel like I'm a little more in shape, even
Uh-huh.
though I'm not.
Yep. Agreed.
I feel like, all right,
they
all right, I can go in the
feel
world. I
good.
made progress.
We're always like grabbing those
Steel.
all
Total
the time.
steel.
Total. I love them with Skims.
Yeah.
I know. It's Kim Kardashian, but those little
No, we
girls'
didn't know.
boxer brief
Everyone
sleep
just got
shorts
a picture, which is a good picture.
are so of Kim Kardashian.
No.
In your True Classic
You
shirt.
could tell us not to take vaccines,
Um,
and we'd go, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Exactly. And they don't cost a fortune. So you're getting something that looks more tailored. That's what I really like about it. And you can wear them. You wear yours. Where did we go? Oh, we went to dinner at Musso and Frank's. You can wear one of those with
jacket.
jeans and a leather jacket, or you wore a blazer.
Uh-huh.
You wore one of those with a tuxedo blazer. That looked really good. But that's what
I
I
have a fashion consultant at home that's like, no, wear that. I go, is this too much? I'm going to dinner. It's a tuxedo
No,
jacket.
but if you those just look so nice.
Yeah.
It's not like a ratty, shitty, faded out stretch neck t-shirt.
And we all have the opposite of True Classic stuff, where it's like,
Yes.
this makes me look bad.
Yeah,
it's
And
got just much on your
scratchy.
arm.
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
like it's tight in my stomach.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So forget overpriced designer brands, skip the cheap throwaway stuff. Plus this company's funny. They make funny ads and we like
love their
when
ads.
people are funny. They're built for comfort, built to last, and built to give back. They do a lot of work giving back to underserved communities, which I also love. Go to their website and check that out. Find them at Target, Costco, or go to trueclassic.com/Titus to try it out. trueclassic.com/Titus.
Good stuff.
Yep.
So things are getting weirder
Okay.
again about the Epstein. Oh, more?
Oh, yeah. Well, I got one open about
Okay.
Epstein too. I got a few things.
Good. I love that we have our news
Epstein.
person. And you're not going to just go blah, 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 blah.
I got tabs open about different things.
Okay.
Epstein survivors say they are building their own list to release.
Oh, they're going to release it.
Someone
Oh, okay,
explained
great.
one of the girls.
Their own, yeah.
So they were interviewing today one of the survivors, the girl. She speaks out a lot. People keep going, where's the list? And just say the name then. Can I tell you here's how shitty the Trump administration is. So they have this outdoor press conference with these women are going to speak and say what happened to them. And this motherfucker planned a flyover.
Oh, right. Exactly.
An Air Force flyover.
Fucking loud ass Blue Angels.
Right over the fucking thing where they're talking about who raped them. So let me be clear.
He's a piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit. Okay, you said it. I didn't need to be clear. She was. You were very clear.
He's a piece of shit. It's not bad enough that women put up with this bullshit all fucking day, every day. But then they get shamed, called liars, attacked online. Then they have to go testify, which a lot of these women did and got doxxed. They testified under Jane Doe and got doxxed. So now they're speaking out because it won't go away. And now the dude that's the president that was involved with the dude and the woman
it's a Democratic hoax.
To cover his own ass, gone and moved the woman to a very cushy prison and possibly is considering a pardon. So now they have to come out again and fight against this.
So here's
it's like insult.
It never stops.
Insult.
They couldn't silence them on paper, so now they want to silence them with a fucking jet engine. It's like to the bitter end.
But everything he does proves that he did it. Every fucking thing he does for this. So I want to say this. So this woman came out and said something very smart that I really hadn't thought of. it. She said that is they go, because someone goes, and then I want to talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene because we've ripped her ass for since day one, and she did something today that blew my mind. And I want to give her credit for it, which is weird. I know.
Before you get to that, so let's discover what's going on.
So here's what happened. So this woman comes out and she goes, these women can't just name. And she said, the people on this list are the richest, most powerful people in this country and in the world. Now, you got to remember, $1 billion went through Jeffrey Epstein's account during this time. $1 billion for over 4,000 deposits. For what? He has no visible means of support. There was no product. He did not have a fucking website where he sold gadgets. That did not happen. Right. So $1 billion went through his account. So that means that whatever these freaks were doing, they were spending a lot of money to do it. She said, if any one of these girls mentions who these people were, they are going to instantly be sued for hundreds of millions of dollars. And she pointed out, she goes, Trump sued the New York Times for $100 billion for just doing the picture. Remember that thing that's in the book?
Wall Street Journal.
Wall Street Journal, right. $100 billion. So these women have already been through shit their whole lives. This girl was talking about, she goes, I have PTSD for the rest of my life. She goes, I can't, I ruined my career.
And they're getting death threats now.
Death threats now, right.
They're being attacked on social media because it's been politicized.
Right. Well,
so that nightmare that happened to them where they were physically violated, continues and continues and continues.
Then it's psychological, then it's worldwide. So what was the last thing I wanted to say?
I wanted to say before you get to that, so Ghislaine Maxwell was, just to be very clear, sentenced to 20 years in federal prison for conspiring with Jeffrey Epstein to sexually abuse and traffic underage girls.
Convicted of sex trafficking.
Also, she was charged with perjury. And this is someone that we're suddenly listening to.
Right.
This
is like a source.
These girls testified at trial. The reason that she was convicted was not just for funsies. It was because girls testified that she came and got them from Mar-a-Lago or from their high school, that she pulled their underwear off, that she raped them with him. I mean, it's so fucking disgusting that we're even having this conversation.
Well, that she's not in a cell or even just, executed. Honestly, listen, if you actually got kids to get raped by this guy, why are you even alive? Yeah. Why are we letting that stand?
At her sentencing, the U.S. District Judge Allison J. Nathan described her conduct as, quote, heinous and predatory after listening to the testimony, and emphasized that the damage done to these young girls is incalculable.
Did you guys see Nancy Mace coming out of the
thing? Did you see what
crying?
With Nancy Mace?
No, but does it have to do with Epstein?
Yes. So the girls went and testified in a closed door session, and she fucking kicked the door open and flew out crying. And she was like, so Marjorie Taylor Greene, that's what I want to talk about. So Marjorie Taylor Greene, I'm watching, I wake up in the morning, have a cup of coffee. I try not to grab my phone too early, and I look at it. And there's a video of Marjorie Taylor Greene saying, out at this thing, she goes, listen, these
out
women,
at the press conference with these women.
And Democrats, too.
Who have said that they're going to make their own list.
They're going to make them. She goes, when that list comes true, she goes, they can't say it because, again, and she said this, too, these are the richest, most powerful people in the world, and they will ruin these people. On the other hand, give it to me. I will walk into that Capitol and I will read this list out loud. And I was like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah, where's she been this whole time?
Well, you know what's weird? Even the way she talked. Do you remember how she used to be like, and she just had that angry thing? Yeah. I really was weird today to watch Marjorie. Go look at this video, kids. I was watching this like, what the fuck? It's the first piece of humanity I saw.
I'm sure she's getting a phone call, though.
This is the same woman that when David Hogg was trying to get Congress to, after the shooting at Parkland, fucking followed him and heckled him. This is 10 years ago. Yep.
Epstein had a framed photo of himself and Donald Trump on his desk, and he bragged about their friendship. It was revealed at trial. Trump today characterized the push to release more information as a Democrat hoax.
Yeah, I love that Mike Johnson, this fucking guy, he made sure to drop the names of the Clintons in his, whatever.
Good.
But never said Trump.
Yeah,
sure, we
whatever.
don't care.
Fine.
I don't give
exactly.
a shit.
If
We don't
they
care.
did
Yeah,
it,
but
put them, like, all of them.
If the Pope was in there,
Yeah.
I
I
want
don't
to
give a
see
fuck.
who raped kids. This is the difference between Democrats and Republicans. The lizard brain of the Republicans seem to have this thing that we're them. We're not you.
No.
Look, anybody who rapes a kid needs to fucking go.
Yeah.
I would prefer a wet room right off the courtroom. Just
But-
I
bang.
hate that phrase. It's so... I'm very descriptive inside here.
Oh, that's because it's like
Just a room with a drain and tile. That's all.
That's because it's a room that's moist.
Now you get to deal with that. You just got fired. Do you know you just got fired? Fuck, you just got fired, man.
You're timed out. It's timed out. You said it already, and you're only allowed one a year. So now you're timed out.
You can't talk it for a second. Turn his mic off. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Here's how bad this is. That Marjorie Taylor Greene, this horror show of a human being, we've seen her do horrible things over and over. We did memes of her dressed as a howler monkey, wearing that white coat.
You guys are pretty bad.
And now she's actually saying these women were abused, hurt, whatever happened in that closed door session. Read about the Nancy Mace thing.
Nancy Mace, they had a closed door session with a lot of these survivors. And by the way, I do just want to say that to all of these women, now women, then children, that are coming out, like, what absolute courage. I mean, that's not just bravery. That's
they're going
courage.
up against the machine. They're the people who own the machine. They're going up against
After
the people who
what
fucking
they've
own
been
the
through,
machine. Right.
where they would probably love to just hide and
Wanna
be
go
left
away.
alone. Nancy Mace revealed that she suffered what she called a full-blown panic attack after speaking to the survivors of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Let's start making that very clear.
Yes.
She came running out past reporters with tears pouring down her face at the Capitol following her early departure. So she ran out early from a House Oversight and Government Reform Committee briefing. A visibly shaken Nancy Mace was among members of Congress who met privately with only 6 of the accusers. There's estimated to be over 1,000.
And by the way, I just want to point out that J.P. Morgan Chase and Deutsche Bank paid them, the survivors, $365 million. Can someone, I have not seen this yet, can someone please fucking investigate why 2 banks paid off the guy, the sex trafficker guy? What the fuck?
And
she posted on X, as a recent survivor, not even 2 years in, I had a difficult time. She was also sexually assaulted. I had a very difficult time listening to their stories. Full-blown panic attacks, sweating, hyperventilating, shaking. I can't breathe, she wrote on X. I feel the immense pain of how hard all victims are fighting for themselves because we know absolutely no one will fight for us. God bless all survivors.
it is amazing that on one hand, we can go ahead and convict Ghislaine and convict Jeffrey Epstein, but nowhere, never have we convicted the people that actually paid for it.
Right. The guy
Wow,
who's running.
she is like wrecked coming out of there. Yeah. Wow.
But so at one point, first of all, Republicans, up till today, Republicans protect pedophiles. Mm-hmm. We can pretty much say that. They have, Mike Johnson, by the way, has an app with him and his son, said it, that they can track each other in case the other one watches porn. What?
I'm sorry?
Look it up. Look it up.
What? I didn't hear what you said.
Mike Johnson said he and his son, so they live right.
Oh.
There's a thing they have on their computers or their phones. So that
on the
tracks
off
them.
chance.
Just in case.
So they preemptively created an app just in case.
I know how creepy I am, and I know how creepy you are, so let's watch each other. So,
speaking of app, thank you to the guy that sent me the app to help me track everything I'm watching on streaming platforms.
Oh, yeah.
There actually is a thing.
Yeah.
My brilliant invention. Already been invented.
What are you tracking? What are you watching?
How I said last week, I don't remember not porn. Help me track my porn.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought was going on.
I know.
What did I miss?
It was a weird. You said
What's going on in here?
Yeah, everything just
You
kind of
said
came out.
app, and I thought,
I heard
oh,
a brake
app.
screech in my head.
No, how I said I forget what I'm watching, especially if I have to wait week to week, or if it goes away for 3
Is it
years,
on
like
Peacock?
Stranger
Is it on
Things.
Paramount?
Yes,
Is it on HBO?
it will notify you when a new episode of something you're watching is coming, or a new season. It still feels very hard because, sir, do I have to go enter all of that in there? Like, that sounds hard too. But
I watched an old video, it was a while ago, of Jim Carrey on Kimmel's show. And when I was writing today's Armageddon update, it kind of hit me. What they do to distract us from reality in this country, in the world. And, you know, from football, from the arena, where we have, you know, bread and circuses, where we have the NFL, to the NBA, to how many TV shows do we have now? Thousands of TV shows. No one's going, they're going, I got to get home and watch Stranger Things. When's this coming on? No one's going, hey man, I need to read a book on economics. Because this tariff thing seems stupid.
Well, I overheard the video that you were referencing, and it's true that the CIA has been involved in Hollywood and entertainment all along.
So we have
and news.
So whether it's Reagan's advisor back in the 80s saying an educated proletariat is hard to control, and in the 60s proved that. I went and looked today about college after World War II, because I do that bit in my show, The Fifth Generation Problem. I went and looked at it, and college admissions went up 69% after World War II, when those guys could, and everybody got smart. So we had this educated population with this incredible middle class. Everybody was the critical thinkers, worked. They gave birth to kids who said, "Hey man, well look, we did really well. Look, we got 2 cars. You're going to college. We go on vacations. Oh my God, go to college. You're going to learn." Those kids went to college. In Vietnam, they were like, "This Korea thing is bullshit." Then Vietnam started happening. They're like, "Wait, what the fuck are we doing?" Then they thought about what the fuck they were doing. Then Nixon came along. Nixon was corrupt, and they were so smart, critical thinkers. They were like, "Fuck this guy," and they got rid of him. Well, then if you look at it now, the people that are currently in college the last 2-3 decades have been mostly elites, mostly millionaires and billionaires, not the local, because what they did was, college was cheap in the 50s and 60s. It was cheap. Anybody could do it. What they did was, once they decided in the 80s, when Reagan came in and he raised the tuitions in California, and the rich people got together and went, "Hey guys, if we let everybody in college, that means everybody gets smart and they can beat us. Let's make it so only the rich can go to college." And that's why college loans are so high. College used to be like $3,000 a year. Now, in California, it's still cheap, but now it's $30,000.
California, you get your first 2 years of undergrad for free. My little kiddo, she's 17. She's tiny, little petite thing. She is going to go to Pierce and get her first 2 years. And I said, well, you really can't go wrong with that in California. You know, go wherever else you want to go after, but get those 2 years for free.
But I just want to point out then, let me go with what you just said. So let's say California, you get 2 years for free, right? Go to college is cheap. Even the next 2 years, Jet's going right now. It's not that expensive. You know, we can make it happen. California is the 4th largest economy in the world. So we have the most educated people, which means we have the most money, which means we have, you got problems too. No, compared to who? Missouri.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so you got the dumbest motherfuckers in the world, and the most crime and the most deaths per capita, most gun deaths per capita. But you're talking shit about California, and yet we make education easy to get here. So we continue to lead the world in tech. We continue to lead the world in so many different areas. I don't understand. I do understand why the rich don't want the dumb to get smart, because then once the dumb get smart, they see how bad they're getting fucked by the rich, and that's what's happening now. And there'll be a day of reckoning. They're going to take everything before that, and that's what this feels like. This administration feels like they are going to take everything to convince people. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but to convince people that if a TV that cost $300 before tariffs now costs $350 tariffs, that China's paying that, yet you're the one who had to pay the $350, not China. The TV didn't stay $300; it went to $350.
This episode brought to you by Hungryroot. I love this company. It just takes all the work out of grocery shopping and all of the unhealthy crap out of grocery
Right.
shopping.
If you don't trust yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Let Hungryroot do your shopping for you. So it's stress-free. It's very simple. It's very fun to fill your box every week. I know I heard it. I'll adjust that for the next ad. So your cart gets filled weekly for you with personalized picks based on what you say you like or you don't like, your parameters, what your goals are. Are you gluten-free or whatever? And then
So you do a menu of everything you want and need.
No, you fill out, you answer questions.
Right.
When
Questionnaire.
you start. And then
build a profile.
Yep. And it will fill your cart for you, but then you can go and change it, which I love. I love switching out and going and seeing new stuff.
I did not get enough horrible stuff this time.
Then it gets shipped to your door, which you guys know I also love.
And then it's like Christmas.
It is so much like Christmas. You can get smoothies. You can get snacks for your kids. You can get sweets that are like shockingly good macros. You can get salad kits, supplements. You can get, last time we got some meals that took 2 to 5 minutes to make, and they were cooked, but a lot of it was pre-cooked for us.
Pre-cooked so you could just heat it up.
And I've told you guys about the street tacos. He still says that's the best thing he's ever
so
eaten.
good.
They were great, but I've never heard him be that effusive about something. So you start with a quick quiz, and then Smart Cart Technology recommends groceries and supplements that are tailored to your needs. Supplements. It's basically like having a personalized shopper.
Yeah.
For your health.
But also that surprises you. That also makes some decisions. Like what I liked about it was like, oh, I didn't know they made these. Ray goes, it's like it wasn't just like you write down exactly what you want and they give it to you. You just put what you want and they go, try this, try that. And you're like, this is fucking awesome.
It is awesome. Yeah. I have gotten addicted to so many things that I buy.
Something new. Yep, new stuff.
In Costco size now. Like
our
those
pantry has
things.
changed.
Yes. And like the turkey jerky sticks. Or also I will usually do like spicy chicken, whatever. And it'll be a container in your fridge of pre-cooked, seasoned really well chicken. So if you're hungry and you're looking in your fridge instead of grabbing garbage, you've got pre-made veggie salads, pre-made veggies, pre-made meat, and you can just make a plate.
I think that's the key. What you just said is that now I go to the refrigerator. I'm like, oh, I don't have any guilt because that's healthy food.
Oh, meal prep. That's what it is.
Yeah.
They do your meal prep for you too. So, also right now, they have they already have great prices on everything. It's way more affordable than trying to go to a grocery store and do it on your own. And we have an offer where you'll get a free item, like you'll get a premium protein, like I was just talking about, a veggie or a sweet treat in every box for life. They're kind of like other countries. They don't allow a lot of additives that we shouldn't be having anyway. So take advantage of our offer for a limited time. Get 40% off of your first box plus that free item in every box for life. Go to hungryroot.com/Titus. Use code Titus. That's hungryroot.com/Titus. Promo code Titus to get 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life.
I talked about that in the Armageddon update. That you guys know. I don't know if you guys know this. I think we always think. I want to talk about this last.
Hungryroot.com/Titus. Promo code Titus.
Here's our last little segment. I think before we go.
Then I'm going to tell you guys something.
Okay. I watched a video the other day where Japan has developed, and I brought this up, a 310 mile per hour bullet train, and they had a reporter standing by it filming it to see what it was like, and it goes by like a top fuel car. It's crazy.
They're in the fucking future.
And this guy starts laughing. They're like the reporter, he's a Japanese reporter, starts laughing because he can't believe it. And I really got all this USA, we're number one bullshit. It's that speech from that Jeff Daniels did in Newsnight, where he just breaks it down. We're not number one in anything except children shot in schools.
Yeah.
That's what we're number one in. Yeah. And our healthcare is shit.
Yep.
We don't have, speaking of healthcare, Ray did an MRI 2 weeks ago. And she's still 10 days still. It's for a serious fucking possible. Could be.
Yeah, brain MRI.
I'll get to it. So our healthcare is shit. We like 33 industrial countries. 32 of them have nationalized healthcare. We don't.
Yeah.
And those people that you go to the doctors, $18, you get your fucking shit fixed. Us, we pay $2,500 a month for our healthcare. Then we use it. Guess what happens?
Oh, I paid
Fucking nothing.
$580 something
She still paid
for my
$580.
MRI, and yeah.
So
And
we
I still don't have results.
So we have this thing where we have this delusion, the greatness of America. There is no American exceptionalism. You know, I would say our ideals are there. I would say what we strive for, but when you break it down by infant mortality rate, you break it down by poverty, you break it down by homelessness, you break it down by everything. We're fucking like 40th.
We may have been able to say that right after World War II. This goes back to education and things like
maybe
that.
in the mid 50s.
Say what?
That
we're number one.
We were, yeah.
Yeah, because right after World War II, we had, and this would be called socialism now, we had the GI Bill, right? Where you could go.
Also, other countries were digging out of rubble.
Yeah, World War II. After that, with FDR, that was the birth of so many socialism programs that we all enjoy, and that saved our country.
Eisenhower built the interstate highway, so Eisenhower would be considered a hardcore radical leftist right now.
But everything's been eroded since then. Now, you know, tuitions, nobody can afford it right now.
Yep.
Except we should point out there's some universities, I think Princeton is offering free tuition.
Well, they did that. I think they did that as a response to fuck Trump. They basically, it's called the fuck Trump scholarship is what I believe that's called. But I agree with you. We will lose. Yeah. We will lose unless we get educated in this country. We will fucking lose our place in the world. And this idiot, this moron, this guy who bankrupted casinos, this guy who has gone bankrupt 6 times, we put him in charge of economic policy and he wants to take over the Fed. And I'm not a big fan of the Fed, but at least those people are trying to balance the economy, make sure we don't go down a fucking horrible road again.
The trick is that simultaneously, while devaluing education, we have been distracted by stupidity in glorification. So suddenly, you know, Honey Boo Boo, it's Springer, all of that.
All the shit on the internet.
Real World. I remember when Real World first came on and people were fighting on camera to get paid. And I was like, what? And now, I mean, there is a loud
Real Housewives
and proud
Street Outlaws
stupidity thing. You said that. You said in one of your specials that people used to be ashamed of being dumb. They would try and like learn big words, and now they're like, yeah.
But then Jackass
you know,
and Steve-O and Johnny
Idiocracy.
Knoxville. Yeah. When you start to realize that, and I got sucked into Jackass, and we're and maybe it's a human nature thing, but we've gone so lowbrow, and I'm not anymore, man. I'm like, I've got a stack of books on my nightstand now. I'm tired of being dumb, and I'm really tired.
He uses them for his wine glass.
Thank you.
So it's not, he doesn't have to reach down. He wanted it to be level with his arm.
Exactly. Yeah. So, what I'm saying is that
because you're smart.
Thanks you. I'm tired of education being seen as something bad. It's just watching the 3 years that Jet's been in college. It's interesting to sit down with him and have a talk now.
I told him when he was contemplating it, I actually went with him, which apparently was unconventional because the woman looked at him like, are you okay with your stepmom being in here? And he was like, she made me come. He was scared, but
it's amazing how far he's come from that character.
Him, I said, you will be at the least a more interesting person.
It's so true.
You have, because now the things he talks to you about, you learn things from him. You'll always tell me like, oh, he was talking about this. And it's like at the least. And I know that not all states do that for free the first 2 years, but there are a lot of affordable online schools.
You have access.
You can also apply for FAFSA.
You have all the knowledge available through human history. If you're stupid today, it's because you're fucking choose to be stupid.
What's thing that you subscribe to where you can go and watch? John Douglas did one. Ron Howard,
Master
The
class.
Master class.
Yep.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
it's you have no excuse not to educate yourself.
No,
That's
and
exactly
also,
right.
but what's happened? The lack of education over the years has made it so that the people that are current leaders are also uneducated, and
Yes.
because they're uneducated, they've learned instead of to teach people to be educated, what they've done is they've actually stayed stupid, and they actually now use people's stupidity as a weapon.
You can do a press conference.
Don't
and
tell me what to do. Oh, you're gonna let this fucking politician tell you what to do?
You can get the Presidential Medal of Honor after you do a press conference in front of a dildo shop. That's how far we've fallen.
Giuliani's getting
Yeah, exactly. How
Guys-
far we've come. By the way, I just want to tell you really quickly, if you want to go learn something and not be stupid, you should come to my taping, October 25th,
October
Beauty for
25th,
Ashes.
here in North Hollywood.
It's already causing quite a stir in my family, so come see what the fuss is all about. January 25th, it's a Saturday.
Also, we're gonna be in Tulsa.
6:30 and 8:45. Hit me up if you can.
And we are going to be in Tulsa
those
on Wednesday
tickets.
night. Ray's doing the show. If you can't get all the way out to LA, we will be
September 10th.
September 10th. She's going to run it. And on
Is
Wednesday,
that Bricktown? That's
I'll
Bricktown.
be doing Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in Tulsa, Bricktown Comedy Club, I
Yep.
believe so.
And then
And-
September 24th, I'll be doing the Wednesday in Louisville. Louisville Comedy
So you're going to have a
Club.
couple times to see the special and get ready. You guys, I've watched it. I've seen it from the first time she did the whole thing. It's one of those things that I would put it up there with at least Norman Rockwell Was Bleeding or Karen Monsters in the sense of the honesty, truthfulness, and hilarity of it. It's really a dark, funny story that we're all going to deal with. We're all going to deal with losing a relative. We're all going to deal with it. And it is such a good story. Also, the bureaucracy and stupidity. There's some bits in this that I was watching her do it. The first night I saw her do the bit about going to the cancer hospital and running into the director. I couldn't believe how good it was. Not that you're not good, but I'm always shocked at you putting something together that at the time was so far above your ability as a comic. And I was wrong about that because it's guys, you got to come see it. It's fucking hilarious. Guys, thanks for watching. Don't be stupid anymore. Do me a favor. Get out in the world, scream sanity louder than they're screaming insanity, because every fucking day this administration continues to scream insanity. Scream sanity. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. For myself, the Lovely Bomb Show, Ray and the Highlander. Later.
Peace out.
Thank you, everyone.